Live like the absolute best version of yourself every single day. Gents, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing okay. Now look, a big reason for why a lot of guys, particularly young guys, feel lost and unsure about where they're going and what they're doing with their life is because they have a lack of clarity. A lack of clarity surrounding who they are, who they want to be, who they are going to be. Now this is something you've got to figure out. This is something you genuinely should go and sit in a dark room for about 30 minutes and think about. This is an exercise that I recommend to all of you and an exercise that I've actually done myself. And the practical step is here: leave your phone outside the room. Go and get in a room, turn the lights off, set a timer for 30 minutes or so. And you're not allowed to leave that room until that timer goes off, and you've got to chuck your phone outside the room. And what this does is it really forces you to be alone with yourself and get comfortable being alone with yourself. And in that time, I remember when I did this particular thing, I did a lot of reflecting. I did a lot of thinking to the future about what I wanted to do and my purpose behind why I wanted to do the things that I was going to do. And I decided and I discovered within this particular reflective moment that I wanted to help people. I wanted to help people. I wanted to do something beyond a job. I wanted to leave the world in a better place than I found it. I know that's like the most cliche thing on earth to say, but genuinely that was my conclusion from sitting down in the dark room and thinking. So look, I recommend you to do that. And what you will also find when you do that exercise is that you will figure out an image regarding who you want to be at some point. You'll figure out an idea of the man you want to become. Now this is crucial. When you figure out an idea of what the best version of yourself looks like, the ideal version of yourself, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, depending on how old you are, it's a little bit different. But when you figure out that idea, you then start to break down the things that that man did to build that reality, to build that life. Maybe he's financially free. What did he do to get there? Maybe he's in a happy marriage and he's got some healthy children. How did he do that? How did he sustain the marriage? Which practices did he take along the way? You start to break down the best version of yourself, your future self, your ideal future self, and you start to categorize the things that he did to build this life. And you then start to have this portfolio of actionable steps that you can take to shape that reality. So I want you to go and sit in a dark room and leave your phone outside the door and sit there for half an hour. You know, you're not going to die, it's okay. It's a bit of a painful exercise in terms that you're going to be a bit bored for a while, and maybe on paper it's a little bit weird, but it forces you to be alone with yourself. And when you don't know who you are, what your motivations are, what your goals and ambitions are, why you do the things that you do, the one thing you need to do is change that and figure out what's going on. And the best way to do that is to be alone with yourself, without distractions. But when you do that, when you complete that exercise, you're going to have a little bit more clarity surrounding what you want to do with your life and the impact that you want to have. And then you can just get cracking on. You can just start going for it. For example, let's say the best version of yourself is financially free. Well, when you think about what might go into financial freedom, or at least attaining financial freedom, you might think, well, he probably saved and invested a lot of money. At the moment, I'm not doing that, so that's something that I can change right now. He probably learned high-level skills in order to generate more income. I'm not doing that at the moment. Maybe I'm going to do that. He probably put himself in environments to grow. If I'm honest with myself, I'm not really doing that at the moment. There's 3 things that you can do on the financial side alone. We've not even got on to talking about health and relationships. So look, when you get to know yourself a little bit better, I think with this exercise it will be very useful for you guys, especially you young guys who have time on your side. When you do this exercise, it makes things that little bit clearer and allows you to have the direction that you currently don't, which then subsequently allows you to figure out what the best version of yourself looks like, and then subsequently figure out the things that you have to do to build that reality. It's possible, guys. It is entirely possible for you to fulfill your potential, become your best self, and achieve all of your objectives and goals. But you have to dig a little bit deeper into yourself to find out the blueprint. So look, after this video, don't go swiping on TikTok and watch some Subway Surfers videos and, brain rot yourself for the rest of the day. No. Conduct the actionable step that I talked about. Sit yourself in a dark room for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, and don't leave until that timer goes off and you have more clarity about who you are going to become and how you are going to get there. Look, I really appreciate your time and attention on this one, guys. If you took some value from this video, smash the like button, comment your thoughts down below. I'd be really keen to see what you thought of today's video. And look, if you are interested and you are a young man looking to make some positive changes in your life, I host a free men's Discord community with over 25 like-minded guys who are making some fantastic strides in their personal development. So if you want to join them and make similar growth and share your wins, share your struggles, support fellow brothers, and get support yourself, it's a no-brainer. Join the community. It's absolutely free. It's linked down below in the description. And look, if you are wanting to make some positive changes in your life and you're struggling with a few things right now, I'm offering my coaching services. I'm going to leave the link down below in the description of this video. If you are interested, all you got to do is book yourself a slot by clicking the link, and I will see you on the other side. Look, as always, guys, thank you for your time and attention, and I will see you in the next one.